Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all again. How have you been? Sorry, I haven't been staying consistent with these live streams. I've been having a lot going on with other things related to my channel that I had to get to first. But I'm happy to be, I'm happy to be back. I put up a poll in my community tab last week asking which genre of movies you would like me to show off my collection, and you have all chosen non-Disney animated movies. So that will be the topic of today's live stream. All right. There's a bunch of people in here, so I guess I'll get started. Go ahead and chat away if you'd like. All right, I'll get started. So I'll start off showing off my Blu-rays of animated movies I own that are not Disney, just other animated movies. All right. First, I have Blue Skies Rio. I really enjoy this movie a lot. It's got a great soundtrack, and I love the animation atmosphere of this movie in Rio de Janeiro. I love it a lot. I got The Pirates, Band of Misfits, one of the Aardman claymation movies. I really like this one a lot as well. I have The Penguins of Madagascar. I really like this one a lot too. I never saw the TV series, but I do enjoy this movie, this spin-off of the Madagascar franchise. Over the Hedge, one of my personal favorite DreamWorks movies. I feel like it's pretty underrated, but it's a very hilarious watch. DreamWorks Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I remember seeing this one in theaters. I have never seen the original TV series, the original cartoon that this is based off of, but I like this movie as it stands alone. I have the 2019 Addams Family movie. I really like this one quite a bit. It was an unexpected surprise for me. I like this version of it. Yeah, nice. I have the first Madagascar on Blu-ray. One of my favorite DreamWorks movies. I'm glad to have it in high definition. I have the Happy Feet duology on Blu-ray. These are two of my personal favorite animated movies. The soundtracks are just so good, and surprisingly, I sometimes prefer the versions from this movie over the original songs. Like at the end of Happy Feet 2 with Under Pressure. That's one of my favorites. I have the first Lego movie on Blu-ray. One of the greatest animated films of all time, in my opinion. I love this one so much. Kung Fu Panda on Blu-ray. This is the first in one of my favorite DreamWorks trilogies of all time. I love Kung Fu Panda so much. These movies are incredibly well done. Great fight scenes, great story, great animation, just all around great. And then Kung Fu Panda 3 on Blu-ray, which I'm proud to own as well. I love this whole trilogy equally. Just get them up here. All right. Hotel Transylvania 3 on Blu-ray. I have the others on DVD, but I have this is the only one on Blu-ray I have. I'm sure, but I like the whole Hotel Transylvania franchise. Planet 51 with Dwayne Johnson voicing the main character. This one is pretty underrated. I liked it quite a bit when I watched it many years ago when it came out. the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. I really like this movie a lot as well, especially the third act when they're all in 3D on land. That was a fun time. The Ant Bully. I watched this one a lot growing up, and I'm proud to own it in my collection as well. This one's always a good time too. And I have one of the most memeable animated movies out there, B Movie. Gotta have it. The internet goes crazy with this one. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, one of my all-time favorite animated movies. I love the score. It's got a great soundtrack. I love all of the songs in it and the instrumental score. Simply the best. And the not as good, in my opinion, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. This one is, like I said, not as good, but it still has its moments in it. Epic. This movie's pretty epic, in my opinion. I like this one a lot. I remember seeing it in theaters as well. I'm happy to own it. What are your favorite animated movies? Comment it down below if you'd like. Romeo and Juliet, a great soundtrack by Elton John. Lots of funny slapstick and great comedy in this one. Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld's pretty great in that movie. I agree. I have Despicable Me 2 on Blu-ray. Despicable Me 2 is probably my favorite in the entire franchise. It's really funny. The jokes are great. Probably my favorite. And next I have this triple pack of Horton Hears the Who, Robots, and Space Chimps. I watched these a lot growing up, but Robots would have to be my favorite. I watched that more than any of the others. Robots has a special place in my heart, nostalgia-wise. I have How to Train Your Dragon 1, another incredibly awesome and spectacular DreamWorks trilogy. Yours are Shrek? Yeah, Shrek's awesome. I have those in my collection too. And How to Train Your Dragon 2 with the slipcover. Got the Blu-ray in there. All of the installments in this franchise are equally as great. I have not seen the TV series at all. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World on Blu-ray. Another great installment, the perfect end to this trilogy. I got Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs on Blu-ray. I remember seeing this one in theaters, and it's probably my favorite of the whole franchise. And then I have Ice Age Collision Course. This is the 5th one, I believe, in the franchise. I haven't seen it for a long time, so I don't really remember much about it, but I think I remember liking it. I have Shrek the Third on Blu-ray. Here you go. Here you go, Lance. Got Shrek the Third. I don't know why this one gets so much hate. I like it just fine. Got the slipcover and the movie underneath. Shrek 3 on Blu-ray. And then I got Shrek Forever After on Blu-ray. I like the 4th one a lot as well. And I have a couple Blu-rays here for movies I have not seen yet. I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I have not seen it yet. But I hear nothing but good things about it, and I hear the sequel is even better. But I love to get to watch this one someday. I have Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs. I have not seen this one yet, but I picked it up because he's the same director from Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is another one of my favorite animated movies. So I got this one too, just to see what it's like. I got this double feature on DVD of South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, and Team America: World Police. I've not seen either one of these, but you guys are requesting this a lot for videos. But I'm looking forward to checking this out when I can. And I'll start on my other DVDs. All right. I have both of the Hoodwinked movies on DVD. The first one is my favorite. The second one is okay. I know it's a bad movie, but I still like the sequel kind of. But the first Hoodwinked is still great in my opinion. The animation looks real cheap, but other than that, I like it a lot because I grew up with it, have a nostalgia connection to it. I have Freebirds, one of the only animated Thanksgiving movies aside from a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's a really weird movie to be honest, about like time traveling chickens or time traveling turkeys, but it's stupid, but I kind of like it. Hi Zoe. DreamWorks Flushed Away, so great. Got a lot of great jokes in this one. Fun soundtrack. I watched this a lot growing up as well. Flushed Away is still one of my favorites. I love the ending. I love the jokes. It's great. And here we go. Wes Craven's Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is one of my all-time favorite animated movies. The animation style is just perfect and glorious Wes Anderson style. I love the soundtrack. I love the animation style. Just sheer greatness this movie is. Everyone's Hero. This cute little baseball comedy. It's a period piece back in set in Babe Ruth's time. Everyone's Hero was a great baseball comedy for families to own. I like it a lot. I have Escape from Planet Earth. Pretty underrated in my opinion, and it's a good time. Brendan Fraser voices one of the aliens in this. Escape from Planet Earth. I like it. I really enjoyed this one when I watched it. I like the scenes at the supermarket. I mean, at the convenience store. I have the first Crudes on DVD. I'm hoping to upgrade all of these to Blu-ray eventually. But this one was much funnier than I expected it would be. The Crudes DVD. I have Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I love most of Tim Burton's movies, and this one is great as well. Real short, only like an hour and 15 minutes long, but I really like it. Very creepy. And one of my all-time favorite animated movies again, Coraline. I watched this a million times growing up, and I fell in love with it. It's so spooky. It's so great. I love the animation, the atmosphere. I love Leica's films. Coraline's one of my favorites. I have a T-shirt. I have a poster. Yep, I love it a lot. Next is DreamWorks Chicken Run. I hear it's getting a 20-year later sequel. I'm interested in seeing what that's going to be like, but I really like this one. The pie making machine was my favorite scene in this movie. DreamWorks Ants, the Woody Allen film from DreamWorks that competed with Pixar's A Bug's Life. I still think A Bug's Life is better, but Ants is pretty good on its own. It has its moments. All right, let me get some more. Another like a movie on DVD, Paranorman. This one is just as good as Coraline in my opinion. I saw this one in the drive-in theater several years ago, and I like it a lot. Paranorman, very spooky. Another one you like? Nice. And this one is half live action, half animation, but The Page Master with Macaulay Culkin really inspires kids to read, I think. But I liked it a lot growing up. I had it on VHS, and then I upgraded it to DVD. One of my favorites. I have Open Season on DVD. This is one of my favorites. I also watched this one a lot growing up, and it's got a lot of really funny moments. Great A-list voice actors. And then I got a couple of the sequels on DVD. Open Season 3 and 4. They have its moments, but they're not as good. Different voice actors, cheaper animation, but they have their funny moments. But other than that, they're not really that good. They're not really that good movies. Not really that good. Monsters vs. Aliens. I remember when the previews for this came out, and they were really pushing the 3D aspect of this. They were handing out free 3D glasses just for the previews. But Monsters vs. Aliens is pretty underrated, in my opinion. One of the DreamWorks films. Yeah, by DreamWorks. Now I have Monster House on DVD, which I also watched a lot as a kid. This is really spooky and great Halloween film for kids. I like it a lot. I watched it a lot growing up. I love this movie so much. The animation can be bizarre at times, but the story overpasses that. I got DreamWorks' Megamind. I love this one a lot. Will Ferrell and Jonah Hill. David Cross. It's got a great cast. A lot of great jokes. This one's hilarious. I have Madagascar 2 and 3 on DVD. I finished the trilogy of Madagascar films. I'm hoping to upgrade these to Blu-ray someday. I love the firework by Katy Perry scene in the third movie. I have the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Pretty underrated installment, but I thought it was just as good as the first. Lego Movie 2. And then, as I said before, Kung Fu Panda 2 on DVD. I'm hoping to upgrade this to Blu-ray so I have the whole trilogy, but I'm pretty sure Kung Fu Panda 2 is my favorite of the whole trilogy. It's just so good. The animation is beautiful. And one I watched recently, Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. I watched VeggieTales growing up as a kid, but not so much as an adult. But this was pretty good for what it was. Yeah, Martin Lawrence was hilarious. I agree. And I watched this one hundreds and hundreds of times. Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, the movie. It was my personal favorite growing up. I still love the Kids in America scene where they all rocket off from the amusement park rides. It's still just as epic as it ever was. I'm glad to own the TV series too. And then I have the rest of the Ice Age movies on DVD. I have the first one, which is really good in my opinion. The following sequel, Ice Age: The Meltdown, continuing the story. A lot of great moments in that one. And Ice Age 4, Continental Drift. Once again, hoping to upgrade these to Blu-ray so I have the whole franchise in one set. And then I have Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2 on DVD. I like this whole franchise, even the fourth one to some degree. But yeah, I got the first two on DVD, the third one on Blu-ray, and the fourth one is only streaming. Okay. All right, I have a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies on DVD as well, like Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. This one is really good from the 80s, I believe. Maybe, but I like this one quite a bit. It's really good. Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. This one's really good as well, but one of the movies from the 90s releases. You got both of them in your collection? Nice. Love to hear that. All right. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Another great movie for kids to watch around Halloween time. I love this one a lot. I love Wallace and Gromit in general. I have Turbo on DVD. Pretty underrated, but I remember seeing it in theaters and really enjoyed it. A movie about a racing snail. Surf's Up. This one is really cool as well. I haven't seen the sequel, but I like this first one a lot. I love how it's filmed like a camera crew, a documentary crew is following the characters around. They got their boom mics, cameras, and everything. It was really got an interesting premise. And I got the greatest of all time, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Still holds up to today. I feel like it's the best SpongeBob movie out of all of them. The Goofy Goober rock scene is probably my favorite scene. I have the Simpsons movie on DVD. I have not seen much of the TV series, but I have seen this movie a few times, and I really liked it. Spider Pig. I have the first Shrek on DVD. 20 years later, 20 plus years later, it still holds up, still as memeable as ever on the internet. I'm always seeing memes and videos about it. You love Adam Sandler in that movie? I agree. I like him too in that. He's a good voice actor. Shrek 2, probably the greatest of all the Shrek movies. The holding up for a hero sequence is still my favorite. Still badass. Still the best ever. I have the Halloween special, Scared Shrekless. Shrek at Halloween time. I made a few videos for these in the past. That's the insert. That's the DVD on the inside. I really like these Shrek specials. I watch them every year around the holidays. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Another great Scooby-Doo movie from the 90s with a spectacular soundtrack. I love all the original songs that are made for these films. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, which is fun as well. It's just they get sucked into a video game basically, and you have to survive the levels. I really like the premise of this one. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I recommend all of these. And arguably the best, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. It's terror time again. Still the best song of all the Scooby-Doo movies, in my opinion. Yep. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. One of the greats. And I probably have one of my only R-rated animated movies, Sausage Party. This one was so vulgar. I loved it. It was I love the adult humor in this. Not for kids, definitely not for kids, but I will watch it when you're an adult. It's hilarious. I got Rio 2 on DVD. Not as good as the first one, but it still has its moments. Rio 2. And another great animated film, Johnny Depp as Ringo. This movie was just so good. The animation style, the voice acting, the characters, so memorable. One of my favorite westerns. And I have a bunch of non-Disney Christmas movies as well, animated Christmas movies. And I'll probably talk about these again when I talk about my entire Christmas collection. But I got Arthur Christmas on DVD. This one was really good as well. British voice actors. It's an English movie. The 1997 version of Babes in Toyland. I grew up with this one a lot, watching it on VHS. One of my favorites. I still love the March of the Toy sequence. Casper's Haunted Christmas. The 3D in this is really bad. It was released in 2000, so you can see why it was early CGI. But I uploaded a video for this last Christmas as a slapstick montage. Shrek 3D was the DVD you owned. You don't really watch movies in 3D. Yeah, I don't really watch movies in 3D at all anymore. I used to have the glasses that go with it, and I never owned a 3D television. Those have gone away since. I have Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, a 40-minute Christmas special. It's really short, but I remember watching a lot as a kid as well on television VHS. I have the animated version of the Grinch from a few years back. I thought this one was really good. Surprisingly, I don't really care for Illuminations movies, but I like this one quite a bit. And then I have the original The Grinch from the '60s. This is probably my favorite out of all the Grinch movies. I like this one a lot. It's very classic. I love the narration. It's only an hour long. It's really short. I have this double feature of the stop motion Christmas classics, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I watched these a lot growing up as well, on TV especially. But proud to have them on DVD where I can watch them. I can watch them whenever I want. And I had possibly my favorite Shrek special, Shrek the Halls. I used to watch this on cable every year when it came on, but now I have it on DVD, which I'm proud to have. Shrek at Christmas Time, a half-hour special, one of my favorites. Just packed with great jokes. I recommend watching it. I have this Peanuts Holiday Collection, which features It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and Charlie Brown Christmas. The 3 best ones. I'm glad to have this collection. I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown, which is pretty underrated in my opinion. I liked it a lot when I first watched it. There you go. And then let's see here. I got a couple more. I'll be right back. I almost forgot about these. These are the last few. I have The Adventures of Tintin on Blu-ray. I remember this movie being really good. I once watched it in an outdoor theater. I never read the comic books, but my best friend loves them. You like Keenan in that movie? Yeah, that one's good too. Open Season 2 on Blu-ray, which I also really liked a lot as well. This one was really funny, even though the voice actors are different. I liked it a lot. I have the Christmas classic, The Polar Express on Blu-ray. One of the best Christmas movies, in my opinion. I like this one quite a bit. Tom Hanks in multiple roles. I got the Peanuts movie on Blu-ray. This one was also really good. I love the Peanuts movies, pretty much all of them. And last but not least, I have Puss in Boots, the 2011 version on Blu-ray. I have not seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but I've seen this one quite a bit. Puss in Boots. All right. That's all the non-Disney animated movies I own on both Blu-ray and DVD. So I appreciate you all for watching. This was a shorter live stream since I don't have that many movies in that category. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time watching. Thanks for chatting with me, and I'll see you in the next live stream where I discuss another genre of movies in my collection, and I'll put up a poll for that as well. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching.